letting y'all see these blurred lines so you can't, you know, just having some fun. You know what I'm saying? Giving y'all some visuals. You know, instead of letting y'all talk to a dark screen. Even dark screen is real potent. I like it. Gonna keep it, but you know it's daylight, so you know I'm headed to work. Gonna do some overtime away from home than I do at home. So I mean, out of 7-day work schedule, I think I'm a total of at home maybe. Nevertheless, let's talk about this boxing thing. Of course, I'm gonna talk about a lot of different things. I'm gonna talk about Dimitri Bivol, that he may have to take a Canelo rematch, and the problem is, based off the latest news that basically came out of Bob Arum's mouth, well, he may have to pursue a Canelo rematch, or I don't know. And that's the thing. The problem is with a Canelo rematch, we all know that Canelo is going to handicap Dimitri Bivol, and he's going to try to compromise him. At the end of the day, I'm just one of those dudes that just say stuff that a lot of people don't want to hear. But let's talk about tomorrow's fights. Pakistani Genovic. I can't say the dude's last name because his last name, woo, man, his last name, that's, man. And Jamel Herring, he's going to be on the card. Going to be some other people on the card. So, and this card starts particularly early. This card starts around 5 p.m. So I guess they'll want to clash with the David Benavidez fight. So I don't like bringing my computer on the road and stuff. I just don't like doing that unless I'm like unless I'm going to be out of town for a few days. But I guess I'll bring my computer so I can stream the fight or whatever the case may be. But David versus David Lemieux versus David Benavidez. I think David Benavidez will be able to have enough, you know, tricks in his hat to be able to get a stoppage of David Lemieux. I think it'll be an impressive performance, but all Benavidez got to do is don't get too fancy in there to where you get caught and then you find yourself in big trouble, because Lemieux is a hard puncher. He can put your lights out if he land a big punch, or he can do serious damage to you. So I think as long as Benavidez is responsible, pick his shots, don't get in there trying to go into a firefight right away. Just try to systematically break Lemieux down, and then I think he'll get the stoppage. But just don't go in there trying to be too fancy for your own good and showboat, and you get caught with something. And even in defeat, you have an embarrassing moment. But I think Benavidez will pull off this victory. I think he'll get the victory, and I think he'll win by stopping. These kind of fights, you kind of want to show your skill set versus a brawler and Lemieux. This isn't a fight where you have to like try to prove yourself by saying I'm gonna get into a firefight with him, I'm a better boxer, I'm a smarter fighter, so I'm gonna just break him down systematically. Don't do what Timothy Bradley did against Ruslan Provatnikov, because I'm gonna tell you right now, the punishment Tim Bradley took in that fight took a couple of years off his career. I think that's why Bradley kind of retired when he did, because that fight took a lot out of him, which he didn't have to observe as much punishment as he took in that fight, but he took it, you know. So that's all Benavidez got to do, and I think he'll be fine. Yeah, I'll be there too. So get there a little early so I can try to set up. I don't know if, like I said, I don't like usually bringing my computer, but I'll probably bring my computer. But yeah, it'll be a good. It'll be a solid fight. All right, so what's next? You got Tank versus Rolly coming up. I just think Tank is gonna stop Rolly. But one thing about Rolly, I give Rolly credit. Rolly gonna be trash talking from beginning to end. Even if he get knocked out, he gonna start talking crazy. But I got a feeling this is gonna be one of them fights. I think have a couple of good moments in this fight too. I wouldn't be surprised if Rolly catches Tank with one of those awkward punches, because people think just because somebody throw awkward punches that they can't land, and that's the thing. Sometimes when you fight guys that throw awkward punches, you can't see their punches coming, because remember, it's about foot movement, feigning. So sometimes when you're in a different angle, you can't see the punch coming. So by the time you see the punch coming, you may not have time to react. So I think Tank is going to win the fight, but I think Rolly will have a moment or two in that fight. I'll talk about it more, going into fight week, which will be, starting Monday. All right, so let me talk about oh man, let me talk about something that Bob Arum said. I'm definitely gonna try to see can I get an interview with Bob Arum. That's another reason why I'm gonna try to get there early. I'm pretty cool with Bob Arum's security guard, so I'm gonna try to. He usually squeezes me in, but I'm definitely gonna have to ask Bob Arum about a lot of things. Now this came out of Bob Arum's mouth, but I definitely got to ask him about some things that he said. I'm definitely gonna ask him about the Bill Haney, Devin Haney situation. I called Bill. I told him I was coming into town. If I could catch Bill, if something hasn't happened, I'll see can I get Bill on, and I'll see can Bill come on the show and explain what's going on, the current situation. Now, the current situation is it hasn't been officially ruled out that Bill won't be able to get into Australia, but the question is, when can Bill get into Australia may be the problem. They haven't ruled out him completely being banned. So they trying to figure out how they can work something out. Like I said before, if they wait till 3 days before the fight to say Bill can go to the fight, that's just going to tell you all you need to know. It was something behind this. Like I said before, I don't like the idea of Devin Haney being out there without his father. Bill has been there with him the whole step. Well, here's the thing about Mark Davis. Mark Davis, when he goes to those fights, he immediately runs out of there to where you can't catch him. But I've been trying it, because I was going to try to catch Mark Davis at the Shakur Stevenson fight, because he was there. And I fight at Allegiant Stadium. That's fact. He does want a big fight. So he goes to these fights and he's scouting himself, because he does want to compete with Jerry Jones as far as hosting big time fights. Now, I haven't seen the Raiders' November schedule. If Spence versus Crawford happens, they probably would try to look for a date in November. I haven't seen the Raiders' full schedule yet. I don't know how many games they got in November. I know the Raiders play the San Francisco 49ers New Year's Day, and I know that the Raiders got a game versus the Rams. I don't know if it's in Los Angeles or Las Vegas, but I know the Raiders play the Rams as well. But I do know that Mark Davis is looking for big time MMA fights and big time boxing matches. So Allegiant Stadium will eventually host a big time fight. They're just looking for a certain fight. But Mark Davis, he's really hard to catch. he's really hard to catch because, like, hey, believe it or not, at his age, he walks really fast. I mean, that's why he always wearing those. That's why he's always wearing them sweatsuits, so he can get up out of there. But nevertheless, let me talk about something that Bob Arum said that just like had me go, what? What is you talking about, dude? Dude, what is you talking about? I don't need to be talking about no Kwame Brown. Hey, get this dude out of here. Get this dude out of here. For real. What is dude, I don't need to be talking about Kwame. Man, get this dude out of here, man. Yeah, thanks. Clown. I don't even be talking about no Kwame Brown on my channel. What you talking about? Anyway. Now Bob Arum told he be talking about Kwame Brown. What is this dude talking about? Wrong channel, dude. But anyway, now Bob Arum said recently, I think he told Fight Hype that he was saying that basically even what happens after June the 18th, that they may not pursue Undisputed for the winner of Dimitri Bivol. The winner of Arthur Benavidez, Joe Smith Jr. Because basically he threw the zone and the politics and all this kind of stuff. That would be real unfortunate because that's a fight people would be looking forward to, an Undisputed at light heavyweight. And the thing is, when you hear this kind of stuff, it kind of takes the wind out of you because you sort of be like, okay, so what's next? Okay, it's sort of like whoever wins this fight or the better be if Joe Smith Jr. gonna have 3 belts, and they basically 1 belt away from Undisputed. And then you saying that you probably not gonna make the fight? That's kind of like what happened. You know what that reminds me of? It's sort of like it's not having a conclusion, like a climax to a movie. Kind of like when Soul Plane came out. You know, Soul Plane, before it actually hit the theaters, somehow it got bootlegged, and people that saw the movie, and the movie wasn't even finished. It didn't even have an ending. But somehow, some way, people saw it, because I ain't gonna lie, I bought it from the barbershop, right? And that's what it'll feel like if you don't try to complete the film. If you don't have a climax, that means there's no ending. So you gonna sit up there and you gonna have a guy walking around with 3 belts, and he's one away from Undisputed, and you're not gonna try to make that fight. But I know right now things could change. I know Bob Arum and Eddie Hearn are feuding again, but you have to try to make Undisputed. And this is the thing right here, and this is what's wrong with boxing. You can't get certain fights made because if it ain't, you know, everybody seems to be in rotation sometimes when it comes to, like, you know, not trying to make the big fights. One minute you can say it's the PBC. The next minute you can say it's the Zone. 1 minute you can say it's Top Rank. 1 minute you can say that it's Golden Boy. But this has been a joint effort by all these promotional companies, not putting forth an effort to make the big fights. And then another thing is these network deals are playing a role in some of these fights not getting made as well. Because you have revenue sharing as far as pay-per-view go. People don't want to do joint pay-per-views. And right now, there's just not a fight that's big enough out there to Floyd Mayweather versus Manny Pacquiao. And look how long it took to get that fight made. It took It took 7 years to get Floyd Mayweather versus Manny Pacquiao made. You started hearing rumblings all the way from 2008, and the fight didn't happen until 2015. So it took 7 years to get that fight made. Look what's going on now. 4 years, still no Errol Spence, Terrence Crawford. Now you've been hearing things that is looking good, but this is my mentality. And I stand this is my mentality until I see a actual conference. I don't want to hear about negotiations and all that kind of stuff, because at the end of the day, how long we've been hearing about so-called negotiations? Now, I'm in good stead with Terrence Crawford's camp. I'm good with Coach Red, Bernie, and you know, they tell me what they want me to know. I can put it to you this way. There's talks. And you've been hearing Bomac say, hey, they may be an announcement coming pretty soon. But you have to wonder, okay, so is that going to be the announcement, or it's going to be that Terrence Crawford may take one more fight and then see could he get in the ring with Errol Spence? And at the end of the day, if Terrence Crawford decides to take another fight, I don't have no problem with him taking another fight, because he needs to stay sharp. It's November. It's been 6 months since Terrence Crawford's last fight. So if he wants to take a tune-up fight, that's fine too. But until I actually hear when it's official, then that's when I'll get excited. I already put some money aside just in case it does happen. I'm gonna buy my tickets first, and then get the plane ticket and the hotel stuff. That could wait. I'm gonna get the ticket first, because I don't know if I'm gonna get credentialed for that fight, because at the end of the day, I don't know who's gonna be in charge of that fight. But to say the least, until I actually see it, until I see them two men on opposite sides of a table basically discussing this fight, that's when I'll truly believe it. That's when I'll say it's finally happened. Because I had to go through this with Floyd Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao. I had to wait 7 years for that fight. And by the time the fight actually happened, it had lost, I'll say, it still was a big fight, but I'll say it lost maybe 25 to 30% of its luster, because it had took so long to make the fight happen. Now, I'm not going to get into the finger pointing, whose fault it is, why it didn't happen. That's neither here or there. It happened, whatever. But like I said before, until I see an actual press conference, then I'll believe it. Then I'll be excited. Then we can let the trash talking begin or whatever and start breaking down the fight. Because I'm not going to do that to the fans that listen to my channel. I'm not going to get them excited and then all of a sudden, let the air out of balloon, and then come to find out, well, it's not happening. Until I hear about a date, a location, and all that stuff, then that's when I'll say, let's get it. All right, so let me talk about something else. That I seen. Let me tell you something. I'm not finna talk about nobody and how they run their channel. How people run their channel is how they run their channel. I'm not finna police nobody's channel. And that's real talk. The same way I don't like nobody trying to police my channel, I'm not gonna police nobody else's channel. And that's just real talk. Everybody have their method. Everybody had a niche, how they do on their channel. But I just gotta say, that's not my style. I'm not a clickbaiter. And I don't put out stuff, I don't put out catchy titles to get people to watch my video, and then it's not really what I'm really, the title don't fit what the subject matter in the video is. But let me get back to something else that Bob Arum quote unquote saying. Now you guys already know that there's this lawsuit with Terrence Crawford and Top Rank. And Terrence Crawford based accusations against Bob Arum about not giving him certain fights, and he accused him of racial bias and all that kind of stuff. That came from Team Crawford. Those are the accusations. Now, apparently Bob Arum has came out because Bob Arum has came out allegedly saying that, hey, Terrence Crawford never asked for the Errol Spence fight, and he didn't really. Okay, you know what Bob Arum is doing. Bob Arum, keep in mind, Bob Arum is an attorney. You have to understand a lawyer's job is to put a spin, whether they're trying a case for murder, a medical malpractice lawsuit, or a lawsuit against a company for negligence. They have to put a narrative out. So Bob Arum's narrative, and I want to understand this. Bob Arum's narrative, he got to make it look like, hey, I don't know what this dude is talking about. I want to explain this to the smart people, not the extreme emotional people. Not to this, and I'm gonna talk about this again. Not to the Spence Brigade, because they believe it. 1 minute it'll be, and this is the thing about them. They some of the fakest people out there. When Bob Arum says something that they don't like, then all of a sudden they'll say Bob Arum is a liar. But if Bob says something that fits their narrative, like this latest quote from Bob Arum, yeah. See, I told you. Like I said, man, they like not Errol Spence. I want to say this again. I don't have no problem with Errol Spence, but some of his fans are just toxic. The people in the comment section, some of the people that create content, because like I said before, I'm not afraid to speak my truth. Real talk, you guys. I fell out of favor with a lot of people because, like I said, I wouldn't join the Errol Spence Brigade. And people will try, and don't listen to people that are trying to say, oh, well, that's not it. Look, I've been around for 47 years. I know when it's tension. And I know when people have something against me. And I just want to tell you, if you're listening, once again, too damn bad. Because like I said before, ain't nobody gonna police my channel. If you got a problem with me criticizing the other side of the street about quotes that came out of their mouth, quotes that came out of Derrick James' mouth, quotes that came out of Errol Spence's mouth, and you think I ain't supposed to say nothing because I'm supposed to be part of the brigade, nah, sorry, not go do it. Once again, too fucking bad. If you got a problem with me, that's fine. Ask me, do I give a damn? Because I'm still gonna say what I want to say, and it ain't a fucking thing you can do about it. So how's that? So I just want to let you know, I don't give a damn about you having an issue with me because I won't sit up there and be a sack hugger. I've been calling this right down the middle, and I'm gonna continue to call it right down the middle, and I'm gonna keep calling y'all out when y'all push a fake narrative and when y'all flat out lie. Because a lot of y'all been lying, and I can prove that y'all been lying, and that you don't know what the hell you talking about. So keep trying me. So I'm just saying that again. Ain't nobody go tell me what to say. Real talk. And it's really funny if you got a problem with me speaking my truth. We all ain't gonna agree on everything. That's just how life is. But for you to have an attitude with me because I have a difference of opinion and I won't agree and be in line with everybody else, then, like I said, that's your problem. Like I said, I got into it with people over that whole, you know what, take it a potion thing. I express my views, and then one baby animal looking nigga tried to get an attitude with me about it because his scary ass went and did it, but then be talking all that super black Muslim stuff. Fakest, like I said, one of the fakest niggas I've ever seen in my life. I mean, I might as well continue to talk because I already know I didn't say something that the Spence Brigade don't like, so they gonna flag the video anyway, and I'm gonna win my appeal. I don't know why y'all go flag the video. But anyway, let me get back to what Bob Arum supposed to have said. He said that Terrence Crawford never asked for the Spence fight. Now, how many videos have you seen where Terrence Crawford was saying that he wanted Spence when he was fighting under the top ranked banner? How many times did you see Bob Arum saying, well, it was somebody else preventing the fight? Now, how many times have you seen that? See, this is for the smart people. This is for the smart people. The sensitive people don't get the hit here. And for real, y'all do remember I was at Terrence Crawford versus Sean Porter. I covered that fight. Y'all watched my stream. Y'all saw out of Terrence Crawford's own mouth when he said, hey, I decided to go elsewhere because Bob couldn't secure me the Errol Spence fight. Okay, Bob Arum was sitting right next to Terrence Crawford. Why didn't Bob Arum say, well, you never asked for the Errol Spence fight? You guys have to understand Bob is being sued, so I'm trying to explain this for the smart people. Y'all, the smart people gonna understand where I'm going with this. Okay? The smart people gonna understand where I'm going with this. Bob said that Terrence Crawford hasn't or never asked for the Spence fight. Okay, I'm gonna say this quote, and you can go look this up. Once again, this came out of Bob Arum's own mouth. You draw your own conclusion. End quote. This came out of Bob Arum's own mouth. One day I'm lying, the next day I'm telling the truth. That came out of Bob Arum's own mouth. Like I said, who else wants some of this smoke? Who else wants this work? Listen, dude. Listen. So, like I said, Bob Arum is an attorney, so he have to put a spin on it. You think Bob Arum is gonna issue a statement and saying, "Of course, I did all this stuff." He gonna lose the case. Of course he gonna put this on Terrence Crawford. Yes, that's what he's supposed to do. So once again, the smart people gonna understand this. Now, he may have made some pathetic fans, a lifeline. Yeah, and it was going. I knew they was gonna take the bait. Yeah, see, this is why the fight ain't never gonna happen. It's all Bud, man. I told you, it's Bud's fault, man. I told you to don't want to fight. Man, I hate to say this, but some of y'all are just morons. Like I said, 1 minute would say something that when Bob Arum said that Terrence Crawford could beat Errol Spence, and I forgot somebody else on the same day, y'all was like, oh, Bob is lying. Oh, Bob is lying. When Bob kept saying, well, Al Heyman is holding up the fight, Bob did all that, said, Bob's a liar. Bob's a liar. But then now his latest quote, yeah, man, I told you, man. I've been trying to tell y'all, man. Yeah, man, Bud don't really want it, man. Yeah, it's all Bud's fault. Yeah, keep going to them BS channels, listen to that crock. Yeah, keep going to them channels, listen to that BS. Y'all gotta understand how this stuff works, but y'all don't understand it. Because I've seen I see Blue Blood. He did it. Shout out to Blue Blood. And Blue Blood did a video talking about, you know, what was going on, the latest update with the case, where Bob Arum said that Terrence Crawford never asked for Errol Spence. And I looked at the comment section, and lo and behold, you had people like yoking this up and soaking this up, and just actually just really like I said, at the end of the day, some of these dudes here, you can just tell they are really worried about this fight happening. I said this on several occasions. I don't give a damn who wins the fight. Be honest with you. I just want to see the damn fight. If Errol Spence wins, so be it. And I'm just telling you now, if the fight does happen and Errol Spence wins the fight, and y'all think y'all, and I'm just telling y'all in advance, if you think you gonna come on here trying to taunt me and say, see, I told you and all this stuff, and what you got to say now, I'm gonna just say Errol Spence won the fight. And I'm gonna break down Errol Spence won the fight. Do you idiots really think that's gonna be, like, for those who think that if Errol Spence wins this fight versus Terrence Crawford, that's the end of my channel, you sadly mistaken. I'm like E40. I don't know what you was thinking, but you shouldn't have thought that. So for the people that's sitting up here thinking they finna come on my channel and gloat and start talking trash, like I'm gonna ball up somewhere and start crying, you sadly mistaken. Obviously, you don't watch my channel. All I'm gonna do is talk about who won the fight and how the fight was won. I think what's really gonna happen is y'all gonna be in nowhere land if Terrence Crawford wins this fight, because a lot of y'all based y'all channel off Terrence Crawford specifically losing this fight and Errol Spence specifically winning this fight. Y'all the ones that's gonna be in trouble, not me. My channel gonna be fine. I just want to say that right now for the people that's listening. And I don't care who you is. And I don't care what group you part of too. So I'm making that very clear. Like I said, I ain't got no damn boss. And like I said, I don't answer to nobody. So like I said before, if Errol Spence wins the fight, he just wins the fight. We move on, we talk about trying to get the next big fight made. But yeah, I was looking, so I'm just telling y'all that in advance. What, y'all think I'm gonna disappear for a week or something? Nah. You think I'm gonna go, like I said, you think I'm gonna get on the air crying or something? You think I'm gonna get drunk? You sadly mistaken. Obviously, you don't follow my channel, so I'm just letting that be known. But yeah, I was looking at the comment section and I was just like, I knew that was gonna happen. But I'm just telling you right now, don't bring that BS to my channel, because you will get this work. You will get this work if you come here believing that stuff. Because like I said, make up your mind about Bob Arum. Either he telling the truth or he lying. You the ones that can't seem to make up y'all mind. Y'all be all over the place. So I'm just saying, if Errol Spence win the fight, he win the fight. So like I'm gonna disappear or something. Like I'm gonna lose some money. Why do you morons think that? I mean, I'm just saying, you guys on the real, some of you guys are idiots, and I just hate to say it, you morons. Like, that's gonna be the end of my channel. Like if Errol Spence wins that fight, like I said. So I'm just letting y'all know who thought that they was gonna push that narrative, who thought they was gonna make videos saying, damn, what town biz Spence won the fight. I'm just gonna be like, it's gonna be business as usual. If Errol Spence wins the fight, it's gonna say, hey, either Errol Spence beats Terrence Crawford via split decision, unanimous decision, or stoppage, or what round stop, or what round he got stopped in. The same way if Terrence Crawford beats Errol Spence, It's going to be Terrence Crawford stops Errol Spence. Terrence Crawford defeats Errol Spence via split decision or unanimous decision or majority decision. Or Terrence Crawford, Errol Spence ends in a controversial draw. Or Terrence Crawford wins possibly controversial decision versus Errol Spence. Or Errol Spence wins possible controversial decision versus Crawford. That's what I'm going to report. It's going to be business as usual. So for you idiots that's thinking that y'all going to come on here and be like, you going to make a fool of yourself. You going to in advance, you going to look like a damn fool. But yeah, when I saw people like I mean, they was soaking it up. They was soaking it up, and I just was laughing. This was just hilarious. But yeah, I had to give you guys some clarity on what's going on with me. So like I said before, I'll be fine, no matter who wins the fight. Oh yeah, by the way, I gotta talk about I'm definitely gonna do my pound for pound list. I'll probably do the pound for pound list maybe Tuesday. I maybe Tuesday, because I'm probably gonna take Tuesday off, so I'll probably do the pound for pound list Tuesday. And I'm already seeing on some people's pound for pound list they have Uslik as number 1. So I already see what's going on, where they trying their hardest to keep Terrence Crawford at number 2. They don't want him to be number 1. They don't want him to be the consensus, number 1, so they throw Uslik in there. First of all, I can't do it. Uslik is a brilliant and he is a great fighter, but I'm sorry, heavyweights just can't. They shouldn't be on nobody's pound for pound list, because that's pretty much the limit. That's the peak. Now I know people go say he was a former cruiserweight. Well, you know what? When he was at cruiserweight, you could have made that argument, but like I said before, I just can't do it. I can't do it. But you see what's going on, and you already know what's up with that. Canelo got knocked off, so now they try to elevate these dudes. So but like I said, Uslik is he's a brilliant fighter. I give him credit. He is a brilliant, very talented fighter. But I'm not putting no heavyweight at number 1 pound for pound. I just think heavyweights they in their own class. Now when their career is over, do you want to put them in a GOAT category? Yeah, you could possibly do that. But like pound for pound, nah, just can't do it. And that's just real talk. Anyway, thanks for tapping in. Be back with more. I'm out.